Hi there, Chris Hassenberg here with tips from Financial Group. If you ever go to Google and type in top causes for divorce, a common theme that you'll see in the top 10 all the time listed is arguments or fights about finances or money. And so in an effort to try and reduce arguments about money, what we did here at Hassenberg Financial Group is we created a 12-step program to follow. And the question becomes, at the end of the month, if we have an extra $100, what should we do with that $100? Should we put it into a savings account? Should we pay off a credit card debt, a student loan, save for retirement? What's the best thing to do with that money? And so what we did is we developed this 12-step program to help go through an order of how to address these financial concerns. One of the keys to this program is to do these steps in order. It's critical. And so, for example, if you have steps 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7 done, what you do is you put 5 and 7 on hold until you accomplish number 4. And then you work on number 5 and number 6 and number 7 and so on. And so by the time you get down to the 12th step, you have peace in all areas of finances, and that's the goal. And so that being said, I'm going to share with you these 12 steps and go through them and kind of explain them. The first is to have $1,500 cash reserve in a cash reserve, that if you needed to get your hands on green currency cash, that you could walk into your bank account or walk into your dresser at home or whatever and find $1,500 cash. What we found is $1,500 gets you through 3/4 of the emergencies that can happen in life, whether it's a brake job, a flat tire, a broken refrigerator, whatever it might be. It seems like $1,000 to $1,500 is a good start on making most of those problems go away. And so if by chance you do end up using some of that first step, you put everything else on hold until you get that first step back up to $1,500. Step 2 is to pay off debt that's higher than 6% tax equivalent debt. So if you've got an 18% credit card, or you've got a student loan at 9%, or some home equity line of credit with some offbeat company that you're paying 10, 11%. I've seen credit cards as high as 29%. That has to go away. Above 6%, and I'll explain the 6% a little bit, but the idea is that if you're paying 18% credit card debt or interest on a debt, that's a little bit like cancer just eating your finances. And so we need to get rid of all debts above 6%. The third step is to participate in the matching portion of a retirement plan. So if you're employed and you're saving money into your 401k, or if your 401k offers a match where you put in 6%, they put in 3%, or you put in 4%, they'll even put in 4%. Step 4 is to have 3 months of expenses saved into a second tier of a cash reserve. And so if you take a look at your monthly bills and they add up to $3,000 a month, and that's what your expenses are, that would be to have $9,000, for example, sitting in a savings account. Or if you're not comfortable having $9,000 sitting in a savings account, we can help you set up a short-term sort of investment that's liquid that you can get your hands on. And again, that is step 4, to have 3 months of expenses into a second tier of a cash reserve. Once you've got no real high debt, you're taking care of any match with a retirement plan, and you've got 3 months of expenses into a cash reserve, that's the time to start saving for retirement. Once we have 10% of our income going into retirement plans, that's a good time to start saving for education. If education or college education for kids or grandkids is a goal, that's where we like to put money into a Tomorrow Scholar program. Once we have those established, then what we can do is start whittling down on our below 6% tax equivalent debt. So if you've got that 0% interest rate on your couch that you have, or you put money on whatever it might be, and it's you got your Kubota and they're 2.9%, or you got your car loan at 0.9 or whatever. Let's just start getting rid of that stuff and living in a debt-free sort of environment, except for the house. I'm going to put the house off until a little later on in these steps. So step 7 is to get rid of the below 6% tax equivalent debt, except for the house. Step 8 is to save an additional 3 months of expenses into cash reserve. So if before it was having $3,000 a month was your expenses and $9,000 in a cash reserve, let's do that and let's double that and let's get that to $18,000, so that again, that'll help get rid of most issues that are associated with day-to-day problems. Step 9 is to increase our retirement savings to 15% of our income. And step 10 is to build a non-qualified investment portfolio equivalent to 1.4 times your annual income. One of the things that we see a lot of times is that if you're retiring and all of your retirement assets are pre-tax dollars, that gets to be a little bit of an issue, because you go to buy a car and you need 30 grand to buy a car, and you end up having to pull out 40 because Uncle Sam and income tax is associated with that account. So having a non-qualified portfolio and building that and developing that is great. Step 11 is then, after you've got all of those 10 steps in place, then start paying extra on your house and get rid of your house. And step 12, finally but not least, is to figure out the best way and the most tax efficient way of how to give it all away in your legacy plan. So this is an order of what we recommend, one of the best ways to achieve financial peace and success in your finances. And we've done this and gone through this hundreds and hundreds of times over the years. And so here's the thing, is if you are interested in a copy of this list, send us an email, and we'd be more than happy, and request it. We'd be more than happy to send one to you. If you would like to discuss this on a personal one-on-one basis, there's a couple ways to do that. One, go to my favorite website, www.chrishassenberg.com, and click on the top right corner. It says schedule a meeting. Or two, give us a call at 715-839-6566. So we appreciate the opportunity to serve you. And as a service to you, please, again, consider us a resource for your friends, neighbors, relatives, of anybody that has any questions or concerns about anything having to do with finances. So as always, be well, take care, and make it a great day. Bye-bye.